Hey, it's Nate Carver, your favorite mortgage guy, on another episode of Between Two Doors. We met with a home inspector, Jim Henderson, and his wife, Jody Foster, and uncovered a charity that they have been working for the past year plus. And I wanted to do a highlight episode about sleep in heavenly peace. SHP or ship, and just see what just expose y'all to a new charity and what they're doing. Hey, I'm Nate Carver, and welcome to Between Two Doors. Hey, Jim. Hey, Jody. It's nice to see y'all again.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we talked about it on a podcast when we were doing the home inspection with your company, Henderson Home Inspection. And let's talk about what you're doing with the charity. I'm gonna let you just start off. Tell me the name of it, the 30,000 foot view of what y'all do, and then we're gonna dive into it.
Well, uh, thank you for having us on again. Uh, I'm the president of a 501c nonprofit organization that began in our chapter back in December here in TX Melissa, called Sleep in Heavenly Peace. Basically, what we do is we build beds for children, uh, needy children. We take rough lumber, 2x4, 2x6, 1x4, 1x6, 1x2. Uh, we have our own saws, sanders, drill presses. We work strictly on volunteers, and we build either a twin single bed or a twin bunk bed. And when people are in need of a bed, they can go to our chapter, uh, request one. After the vetting process goes, if everything goes right, then we will deliver a bed. And what is really neat about it is we don't just deliver the bed. We deliver the bed, the mattress, a pillow, sheets and a pillowcase, and a blanket. So that child is never. Our motto is no kid sleeps on the floor in our town. So we get these children up off the floor and give them a good night's sleep.
I love it. Where did y'all come into this? How did y'all find this?
Our pastor, our new pastor, our church was connected with one over in Whitesboro where he used to be a pastor. And back, I guess, in about November, December, he brought it up one day after a sermon and said, "Hey, I've heard about this. Anybody interested in it?" And my wife sitting there poking me in the shoulder like that said, "You need to do this." And so he said, "Anybody interested?" And so I raised my hand, and we went on there for about a week or so, and they kept saying, "Well, what do you want to do?" I said, "I just want to be involved." And then a few days later, they called me back and said, "Well, we have 4 or 5 places we'd like for you to be. Where would you like to do?" I said, "I really don't care. I just want to be involved." And so third time they called and said, "Okay, we're down to 5 areas. Which one do you want?" I said, "Look, just put me where you think you need me. Where I can do the most good. I think, what y'all think." Next thing I know, I'm on a plane to Salt Lake City, Utah for training, and I'm the president of the chapter. So it, within 3 to 4 weeks, I go from, "Hey, this is a good idea," to being a president of a chapter and trying to learn about it.
Wow.
It's really, it's got a cool background. It started back in 2012. Uh, a gentleman, the first gentleman, Luke, saw a ad in Facebook or on Facebook or something like that. And it was right around Christmas time, and it was a single parent that mainly all they said was, "All we want for Christmas is a bed for our child." And so it kind of touched Luke, and he and his sons went out. He had some lumber in the garage, and they went out and built a bed. Went and bought a mattress and gave it to him. Uh, it went from that to some neighbors started building beds. Now, granted, this started in 2012, so it started from one bed in 2012. Now we're in now the chapter has grown to over 350 active chapters across the nation. We're in 4 countries: United States, Canada, Bermuda, Bahamas. Uh, I think last year there was something like 75,000 beds delivered. Since it
Wow.
started, there's been nearly 250,000. It just it's grown. It's
That's amazing.
it's crazy.
And we're a very, very small cog in this giant wheel, but we serve Anna, Melissa, and Salina.
Yeah.
Uh, it's a strictly volunteer organization, except for the top tier national organization, which of course we need at this level of participation by communities.
And on that, it says top tier. The top tier, even the top tier. Everybody, there's so many volunteers in here. When we say top tier, a lot of people think, yeah, they're the ones that's making the money and pocket. One thing about SHP is they've got this down to such a science and all that 95 cents of every dollar that's donated goes to the kids.
Oh, wow.
95 cents of every dollar.
Compare that to,
Yeah.
well, I won't name
Compared
them.
that to who, we won't say anybody.
I
I
won't
don't think
say
anybody else can say that.
95% of your gift going directly to the
Yeah.
person in need that's fantastic. That is
Yeah.
that is
So
fantastic.
even our upper echelon, it's so much volunteer. It's
Yeah.
not it's crazy.
And it's a labor of love. Anybody,
Yeah.
the thing that
All the
we
way
have
through.
really been gratified about is that we're trying to spread the word, and this being on your podcast is really helping immensely to get the word out, because we want to let the families in the area know that this is a resource available to them, but also to let the community know we need your help. This is
Yeah.
strictly volunteer. We need donations. We need volunteers. We need people in core team positions to help with our funding, finance, donations, deliveries, volunteer organization. We need storage. We need people that, like our quilts so far have been quilts that are made by groups of organizations that make quilts
Yeah.
and donate those. And they're beautiful. We've been so grateful about that.
So you service, or your chapter is Anna, Texas, Melissa, Texas, and
So
Salina.
Salina, Texas. Okay. And tell me, what size is it a standard size bed that y'all are making? Is it a twin, or I'm
Yes.
curious, is there a structure here?
Yeah, it's a standard twin bed.
Okay.
Uh, so it's a twin bed, and then we either make a twin bed, either a single, or we can make a twin bunk bed.
Uh-huh.
So that's the two. We don't vary for those sizes. That's what we got
Yeah.
now.
Okay,
And
good.
like the mattresses have to be a certain width, a certain
Sure.
depth. They have to be 6-inch mattresses. Uh, but like the bedding and things like that, things the beds are all the same size. The mattresses have to be a certain size. As far as the bedding, the sheets, pillowcase, all like that, all we ask if anybody wants to donate or help with that, they have to be very generic.
Yeah.
Boy, girl, not just specific gender, just kind of very generic. We'll try to keep it non-religious, so we can kind of use it across the board for everybody.
Yeah.
And
So I
we
saw
did have I'm sorry, go ahead.
I saw some of the quilts that y'all made, or that your volunteers made. So there's a lot of ways people can volunteer to be a part of this, a
Oh
part of
yeah,
what you're doing. So, like, I know my mom, I have my mom and a sister, both are quilters. They love making quilts. So if someone wanted to make a quilt, they'd be making a quilt for a twin size bed.
Mhm.
correct.
So there's one thing someone could do, and then somebody else, maybe they're good with a hammer, could volunteer and come and help build the bed. So you can help build it, you can help deliver it,
Yeah.
set it up. These are some opportunities also. I love it. Tell me what in the area that y'all are in, the 3 towns that y'all are doing this, what any any stories that you can relay or back to the audience of deliveries that y'all have done so far?
You know, we're still fairly new. We've delivered a very limited number of beds so far because mainly because we have I have the beds built, and we're going mainly because we've had a couple of team bills with like one of our companies here in Anna did a team build with us just this last Saturday. We built 20 beds, and
Wow.
this company, yeah, I can say their name, Neighborhood Credit out of Anna,
Yeah.
did a team build. So we went down to Addison, or down off Montfort Street, and we had 37 volunteers. They donated all the lumber. We built 20 beds. So now I have 20 frames, but I've only got 6 mattresses. So, like I said, we're 501(c). We do everything's donations. So we're
Hmm.
trying to set up these 6 mattresses so we can get these out and get them done. But then I'm going to have to buy more mattresses, and get more out.
We rely on donations.
And we rely on donations for everything.
Yeah.
So are you on the mattresses, lower short mattresses, is there a price point cost to buy a mattress? Do you know what that, or is there an organization? I don't know if we could. I'm just thinking of Mattress Firm, or there's a couple other
You know,
organizations, other places
right
that
now
make.
we're buying our mattresses through SHP.
Yeah.
They ship them to us in a square box. So there's what do you call them? Air shrunk, air
Compressed.
compressed. So they're
Yeah.
in a box, about a foot square, about however long,
And they meet the
and it meets the
specifications.
specifications. Now, any mattress will work as long as it's a twin mattress, 6 inches
Yeah.
deep, because that's our framework. But we lost you.
I'm here.
Oh, we,
Okay.
oh, we just, I guess we're rebooting here. But no, I have another friend of mine that is on our build team. He is also a city councilman here in Anna. He's on our build team, and he's talked to a friend of his has a mattress company. See if maybe we can work out some, you know,
But tell them what the cost,
to
break the
to
cost.
do the to do a bed build
Hmm.
just for the lumber alone for 20 beds at today's prices. Lumber alone is going to be around $2,500. So that's going to build 20 frames or 10 bunk beds. Now, if you add in the cost of the mattresses, the bedding, and things like that, you're looking at another 2,500. So to build 20 beds, you're looking at about $5,000 at today's cost. Now, we have different ways you can do that. We have some people that just want to, like Neighborhood Credit, they want to do the beds. So they furnish all the lumber. Some people may want to just do a bedding drive, and they just may want to do, you know, mattresses or sheets and pillowcases or donate blankets. We'll take it any way we can get it. I tell everybody I'm not above begging
Any
because
level of
it's above the
participation.
kid. It's all about the children.
Yeah.
And when we have our bills right now, I'm trying to get up enough lumber, have somebody where we can do an open bill so I can open it to the public,
Which is fun.
which is a lot of fun. Now, the one we had Saturday was great, but it was what we call a private build because it was just for that company. But they had so much fun. It
Yeah.
was, we're running uh, uh, radial arm saws, we're running sanders, we're running drill presses, we're running staple guns. They're measuring.
Right.
We make our own stain because we stain everything. We make our stain out of vinegar and steel wool, so it's totally non-toxic. So they're dipping boards in the stain, getting stain all over me, and everybody's laughing and having fun. It's really fun, doing it. But
Right.
building the beds is really fun, and there's so many different ways that you can get involved in it. Just by the donations or volunteering, or you know, we're looking for people to help volunteer with deliveries because a lot of people, the way they work, we just can't get volunteers together at the same time.
So if you've got a truck or a trailer, just you could show up and get be a delivery. And there's for 1 hour.
Yeah, there's so many ways that people can participate. Like if you
Yeah.
go to our website, and I'm sure you'll have the link to that.
Yeah.
If you want to go in and say, like, I want to buy a mattress, it's what, 75?
You're right, about $100.
They're about $100 for a mattress. Or I want to donate towards building a bed, and you donate so much. Or I want to do some bedding. We have a link to an Amazon wish list or a Walmart wish list, and they can go in and they can pick out the bed in the bag and donate that. Or
And
like
it'll be shipped straight to us, and then you'll get a receipt for donation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other things that we think is really nice for the community and for our youth is that we do community hours. And we have kids that show up that have never used a power tool. And they're so excited about learning how to use a drill or a hand sander or a saw, which is exciting for them. And then they get community hours for that as well. And one of the things I want to emphasize, we have been sponsored by our church, which is United Methodist and Melissa, and we kind of use that as our base. But the organization is not affiliated to any specific religion or church. We are open to everybody. In fact, Grace Point Church here in Anna wants to do some things with us. We're trying to contact other church and say, this is a great team opportunity for your churches or your youth to do. We have a youth bill that's coming up.
We have a youth bill for our two churches in August.
Yeah, that we're going to be doing, which it's just the kids, and they can be 12 or older with parent supervision. So we have all level of kids coming in, and what a great experience. They have a ball, and to let them know, this is something that they can do that's contributing to another child.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary.
Who else have y'all partnered with locally?
Well, right now, one of our largest sponsors right now is Lowe's. Lowe's has been with SHP since the beginning, so they're a large sponsor with us. We're working right now with Home Depot here in Anna.
Home Depot in Anna that just opened.
One of the big managers up there, Sally Maurice, is wanting to do probably a team bill with their store. I'm getting a cramp. Ow. They want to do a team bill once it gets a little cooler. We're working with Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
They did a fundraiser for us, and now a couple of their managers are really excited and all about maybe doing a team build out in their parking lot.
Oh, so, fun.
And that's fun. HEB is doing what I'm trying to. We're working out the logistics with the HEB right now.
The one in Melissa.
The new one in Melissa. They've already sponsored the $5,000 for us. So they're going to do a full build. We'll do a 20-bed build, with mattress and everything. So we're working the logistics out. Not sure the date yet, or if we're going to go to them or they're coming to us. We're not sure. But that's the other thing. We travel. We have a trailer. So if somebody, like I said, when we did neighborhood credit, we went to down off Montford. So I had one of my team had the trailer with all the lumber on it. I had the trailer with all the tools on it. Everybody else is caravanning down, and we jump out like a bunch of idiots, but we made it work, and everybody had fun.
Wow. What kind of impact have y'all seen so far in the community with what y'all are doing?
Oh gosh.
Nobody, I would say, disbelief. People don't understand. People have never heard of SHP. And then when we tell them about it,
it's like a light bulb.
A light bulb went off, just like at our last build in Addison or Dallas. These people I was talking to, they were having a ball building the beds, but then I start telling them, I said, about how many children we have just in our chapter right now that are qualified for a bed. And it's like at our church that day when they say, what's the percentage of the children?
3% of the
3% of the children
they estimate
don't have beds.
3% of in your community, each community, 3% of kids are sleeping on a cot or a couch or the floor.
Or on a pile of dirty clothes.
Yeah.
And so you think about that, and this is 2025.
Yeah.
These children don't have beds. And so when I tell people that, then they can't believe it.
Right.
They're in disbelief that these children don't have beds.
Well, it's kind of a hidden issue. I mean, you see, people, you have school supply drives, you have coat drives, you have food drives, after school programs for kids. This is kind of a hidden issue because you don't see inside people's homes.
Right.
And one of the things that we've started doing, we've partnered with the Anna Fire Department, the police department, to give the information to them because they go in kids' home. We're going to be working with the Anna School District, and I'm hoping to get to Melissa and Selina as well and talk to the counselors there and give them our information because they're the ones that find out the need and who needs, a bed, and kids talk to them.
What Jody did, she printed up 2,500 cards, and we took them down to the police department and the fire department and just said, here. And we cleared it, of course, with everybody. And Chief Hadel is all on board with this. Anna PD is all on board with us. Fire department, they're great. And they said, yeah, give me the cards. And so whenever they go in, if they see a need, they'll just drop a card. All it has is SHP and it's got a phone number, and a QR code on the back. And that right there has got us connected with some more things in Anna because there's another officer here in Anna named Tony that is real big with the youth and back to school bash and all like that. So now we're in with him to get the word out. So, we're helping him with his back to school bash and he's helping us with this. And it's just, it grows and it's snowballing. It's a fun snowball to watch roll.
Yeah. So let's try to put a number to that. You said 3%. How many in Anna? How many children is that?
As of right now, I looked at my paperwork this morning. I have, I think, 41 open cases.
Okay.
41, just the 41 open cases that I see right now are asking for 112 beds.
Wow.
Now,
that's just
me.
Yeah.
Now, Dallas, I was looking at some numbers this morning on our budgets. We have to send out a budget sheet or fill out a budget sheet each month. The Dallas chapter, of course, they're a lot bigger than me, has budgeted for $50,000 this month.
Beds.
$50,000 to help build beds.
Wow.
So I have my chapter here. The next chapter is going to be, there's one in Carrollton. There's a buddy of mine's running one over in Whitesboro.
Frisco has one.
Frisco has one. It's just, it's crazy about the need.
Yeah.
And it's not going to go away. This is going to be ongoing.
What's your motivation? You're self-employed. You run Henderson Home Inspection. It was a full-time career. And then you're heading up a charity. What's driving you?
Kids. They need a bed.
Yeah.
I'm going to back up a little bit. I told everybody, when you build that bed, it's fun. It really is. You're sawing, you're cutting, you're drilling, you're staining and all that. But when you go to that delivery and you put that bed together for that child, you see their face. I tell everybody, if that does not touch you, something's wrong.
Yeah.
And I get choked up every time I say
that. Yeah, I can see that. Wow.
I keep thinking of a story whenever I was in Utah. This lady was I think she was a teacher. I tell you, I get choked up on how to do every time. So she was a teacher. She had seen a lot of hardships and all through her students, but she went on her first bed delivery or a bed delivery. And apparently it was like a 2-bedroom home, and it was like one on each side, and there was this kind of a center room in the middle. And apparently the parents worked separate shifts. So the center of the house was always active, TV's on, everything's going on. So she was asking this one young man, she goes, "Where do you sleep?" He goes, "Well, every third night I get to sleep in the bedroom." She said, excuse me?
Wow.
I said, well, we can't all sleep in there. I said, well, where do you sleep? She said, well, I sleep in there on the pile. And she goes, okay, you're gonna have to, inform me about that. He goes, so his three brothers, they took turns sleeping in the other room so they could get a good night's sleep. She said, what do you mean on the pile? He said, well, we have a pillow on a pile of dirty clothes. And she said she lost it.
Yeah.
And I went to my first one in Utah, and this little blonde-headed girl comes out. We don't really ever call them names. I just call them little brother, little sister. And she kept coming out, and she would touch the bed and run off. I mean, she looked like a little Goldilocks. Just cute as a little 3 or 4 year old, blue-eyed, blonde hair. And she touched it and giggled and run. I said, get on the bed, little sister. And she giggled and run away. Finally, right before we left, she started taking her animals and stacking all of her stuffed animals on it. We made a deal.
Yeah, you did. I
So
love it.
yeah, that's the touching part.
Yeah. How do the parents of these children find you or find Ship?
That's one of the things that we're trying to do is to get the word out by going to the police department, the fire department, the schools, people that know these kids and know these families and know where the need is. We also go to nonprofit events and set up a booth so that parents can see us or families can see us, or different organizations like people that work with abused kids, or we've had calls from caseworkers from CPS that see the situation that kids are in. We have other organizations that are battered women, or veterans organizations, anybody that has any kind of organization that would come across kids and ascertain what the need is. And we're trying to get our information out. Even as large as this organization is, a lot of people have never heard of us. We'd never heard of SHP before December of last year. So
the thing is, we cannot contact the family.
No.
We do not. The family has contacted us. That's why we're trying to get the word out to as many people as we can about this organization. And even if they call us and say, oh, we're in so and so, some other town, I may not take care of that town or deliver to that town, but I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to get you someone that can.
Yeah.
And even if I can't, if I've got an extra bed and you need one, I'm going to try to get it to you.
Yeah. One of the things, the way that people get a hold of us is they go to the website. There is an application. The family has to fill out the application themselves,
right?
Because they know their information. Everything is very private. We want to keep that confidentiality for people, so they're comfortable coming to that website to fill out the information, and then we can vet that and make sure. But once they go to the website, they can enter their zip code or their town to see if there's an organization. And we are limited to the zip codes that we serve. But if they're in another zip code or another city, they can look to see if that area is served.
Oh, we'll try to find them.
We'll try to find.
Okay, so tell me, what's the best way for if somebody wants to volunteer, and if you want to help, if you want to contribute to buy a bed, build a bed for $250, you can get a bed, a mattress, sheets, blanket, and a pillow. How can they best get a hold of y'all?
I'm going to say, if you put our information up on that board,
I will.
you scan that QR code.
Yeah.
Sleepinheavenlypeace.org.
Yeah. You go to sleepinheavenlypeace.org
site and enter Melissa, Texas. You can, like I said, you can look it up. There's a search thing. And you go to our website and it has little buttons on there: donate, volunteer, sponsor. If they want to volunteer, if they click on that volunteer button, they can register to be a volunteer. And then when we do have a bad build or a delivery that's happening, they'll get notified. And if they're available or want to participate in that, they can say, yes, I want to participate, and they sign up for that.
I love it. All right. I'm gonna do something offline too. And I just love this. When I met y'all and I heard about this, I was like, ooh, this is I gotta find out more. And I'm gonna share this and see what I can do to help bring people to you. And I think I'm going to do something myself also. Um, Folks, we're about out of time. So I just wanted y'all to get a brief introduction to Sleep in Heavenly Peace and what they're doing in Melissa and Anna in Solana, Texas. There's chapters around the country. Every child can get a bed and have a good night's sleep. And thank y'all for what you're doing. I'll put links down below for people to reach out to y'all. This is Nate Carver, your favorite mortgage guy with Between Two Doors. If you've got any lending questions, I'm here for you. But I really just want to do something with the podcast to put a spotlight on what y'all are doing for children. And thank you very, very much for being on.
We appreciate it very much.
Thank you for having us.